is my lesson introduction for my live lesson on a genre book tasting, specifically organized around mystery, for Edu 555 Summer 2023. I'm Martha Hauser. Um, my videos will be linked here. I just want to go over my lesson plan context and what I intend to do with this particular lesson. This lesson is aimed at grade levels 11 and 12. I planned it around one of the classes at the school where I work. They have different genre explorations. One of them was fantasy science fiction, and I've done stuff with that before, but I haven't done anything with the action mystery adventure class. So I wanted to do a genre study and to discuss what the importance of understanding different genres are. And I also wanted to do what's called a book tasting, which I'll talk about in a little bit. The standard I was particularly unpacking here is to analyze the impact of the author's choices regarding how to develop and relate elements of a story or drama, such as the setting, how the action is ordered, how the characters are introduced and developed. I think genre is a really great way to introduce this to kids. One thing that I have noticed is that when they see the pieces of genre, the conventions, the things that they can predict from story to story as building blocks, they often find better ways to handle it in their writing and to look at stories in different ways and understand that they can carry over what they learned about the overarching type of story to the specific. The classroom demographics that I initially planned for mimics the actual class at my school. There's 24 students. There'd be 10 male, 14 female, one student with learning disabilities, one on autism spectrum, and 4 ELL learners. My actual mini class has 3 female, 1 non-binary. All 4 of them have ADHD, 1 has dyslexia, and 1 is on the autism spectrum. It's an interesting group, but that is who I managed to get, and they are super enthusiastic, as you will see. Some of the context, they all have some understanding of genre and how it applies to their class. They've looked at texts from other lessons that talk about what these genres are. In this case, if I were doing this at my school, they would already be familiar with at least one text. I fished for my 4 example students today to find out what they're familiar with, and all of them have read We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. And some of our discussion is geared toward this mystery novel and identifying conventions that mark it as a good mystery as a starting example. My primary teaching strategy and rationale for doing this, I've been looking at book tastings. I think they're really an amazing way to utilize a rather different approach to picking out books that might be used in a lit circle or for personal use. A book tasting is a way to get students to sample literature choices really quickly and give them context and information that they can use to identify things. It's sort of like giving them a menu and limiting their options to that menu to give them an idea of what they like and what they don't like. If I had this to go longer, I would do things like give them book trailers and give them pertinent links so that they could explore. They'd also have the books so they could sit down and read it. I think that's it. I hope you really enjoy my lesson. I had a blast putting it together, and I can't wait for you to see.